A new discovery about the human species is leaving scientists all shocked. What once seemed like a straightforward evolutionary path from apes to modern humans has now been uncovered as a complex web of interconnected species, migrations, and genetic exchanges that challenge our understanding of who we are and where we came from. Believe me, you need to know this. Curious? Join us and let's go. Number 16. The Dragon Man. In 2021, a massive skull hidden for decades in a Chinese well was finally analyzed, revealing what might be humanity's closest extinct relative. Nicknamed Dragon Man, but scientifically classified as Homo longi, this individual lived approximately 146,000 years ago and possessed a brain comparable in size to modern humans, but with distinctive anatomical features unlike any known species. The skull had been discovered in 1933 by construction workers in Harbin, China, but was hidden in a well to protect it during the Japanese occupation and only resurfaced decades later. What makes Dragon Man particularly significant is how it combines features from different human lineages, a mosaic anatomy suggesting it evolved in relative isolation in East Asia. The skull's massive size indicates a powerfully built individual who stood over 6 feet tall with thick brow ridges, square eye sockets, and a wide but flat face. Most controversially, some researchers believe Homo longi might actually be more closely related to modern humans than Neanderthals are, potentially representing a sister lineage to Homo sapiens rather than a side branch. Number 15. The Unexpected Find. In the heart of the Congo's dense rainforest, a scientific expedition literally stumbled upon something nobody expected to find. Human remains in an exceptional state of preservation, but with completely unknown anatomical characteristics. What started as just another routine exploration of local biodiversity quickly transformed into one of this century's most significant anthropological discoveries. The almost perfect preservation of this specimen is due to unique environmental conditions in the region, a specific combination of soil acidity, constant temperature, and the absence of certain decomposing microorganisms. This rare phenomenon allowed physical characteristics and even traces of genetic material to remain analyzable, something practically unprecedented for findings of this nature. Number 14. The Dmanisi Fossils. Georgian Hominin. The archaeological site of Dmanisi in Georgia has yielded one of the most significant and controversial collections of early human fossils ever discovered. Dating to approximately 1.8 million years ago, these remains represent the earliest definitive evidence of human presence outside Africa, dramatically revising the timeline of human global migration. The Dmanisi excavations have uncovered 5 remarkably well-preserved skulls along with numerous post-cranial remains, providing an unprecedented snapshot of an early Homo population. What makes these fossils particularly valuable is their contemporaneous nature. They likely represent individuals who lived in the same community, offering insight into variation within a single population rather than across time or geography. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video, so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel, so leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go. Number 13. Homo bodoensis. In 2021, researchers proposed a new human species classification called Homo bodoensis to resolve long-standing confusion surrounding Middle Pleistocene human fossils from Africa and Eurasia dating to approximately 770,000 126,000 years ago. This taxonomic revision directly addresses what scientists have termed the muddle in the middle, a particularly confusing period in human evolution characterized by inconsistent classification systems across different regions. The species name derives from a skull discovered in Bodo DR, Ethiopia, in 1976, which serves as the type specimen. Homo bodoensis encompasses fossils previously classified under various labels including early Homo sapiens, Homo heidelbergensis, and Homo rhodesiensis. This reclassification aims to standardize terminology and clarify evolutionary relationships during this crucial period that immediately preceded the emergence of modern humans. Number 12. The 13-million-year-old skull. In 2017, researchers made a groundbreaking discovery in Kenya, an unusual skull dating back an astonishing 13 million years. The specimen belonged to an infant ape and stands as older than any other ape specimens currently existing in the fossil record. This remarkable find represents a previously uncategorized species, offering unprecedented insights into early primate evolution. The skull belongs to a hominoid somewhat similar to present-day gibbons. Its significance stems from the critical evolutionary period it represents. During the Miocene epoch, spanning 5 to 23 million years ago, primates underwent dramatic diversification, splitting into more than 40 different species. To date, scientists have only identified about a third of these species from skull remains, leaving substantial gaps in our evolutionary understanding. Number 11. The shocking discovery that rewrote history. A new discovery of human species is leaving all scientists extremely shocked. When researchers uncovered the partial skeleton known as LB1, Liangbu 1, while excavating on Flores Island, nobody expected it would turn our understanding of human evolution upside down. This tiny hominin, quickly nicknamed the Hobbit, due to its diminutive stature, didn't fit into any existing category of human ancestors. Standing at just over 3 feet tall with a brain the size of a grapefruit, this species lived as recently as 50,000 years ago, practically yesterday in evolutionary terms. What makes this find so revolutionary isn't just its unusual features, but how it challenges the linear progression we've always assumed about human development. The bones tell a story that contradicts decades of scientific consensus, suggesting our evolutionary path wasn't the straight line from primitive to advanced that textbooks have shown for generations. Number 10. The Philippine Cave That Changed. Everything. Hidden in the limestone caves of Luzon Island lies what might be the most significant anthropological discovery of the century. In 2007, a single foot bone changed everything scientists thought they knew about human migration patterns. Dating back 67,000 years, this unassuming fragment sparked further excavations that yielded an even greater treasure trove: 12 more hand and foot bones, a femur fragment, and several teeth that clearly didn't belong to modern humans. Scientists named this new species Homo luzonensis after its island home, but its discovery created more questions than answers. The teeth tell the most compelling story, with premolars and molars significantly smaller and more simplified than any known human species, pointing to a completely unique evolutionary path. Number 9. The Spanish jawbone that rewrote European history. For decades, the scientific consensus placed Neanderthals as Europe's sole inhabitants until Homo sapiens arrived around 40,000 years ago. This comfortable timeline collapsed with the reanalysis of a fossilized jawbone from Beniguil, Spain. Initially classified as Neanderthal, advanced dating and morphological techniques revealed something groundbreaking. The jaw belonged to early Homo sapiens and dated between 45,000 and 66,000 years old. This finding pushed back the human presence in Western Europe by thousands of years and suggested a much longer period of coexistence with Neanderthals than previously thought. The discovery didn't just adjust timelines, it fundamentally altered our understanding of species interaction in prehistoric Europe. If modern humans occupied these territories earlier, it raises critical questions about the nature of their relationship with Neanderthals. Did they compete for resources, exchange cultural innovations? The jawbone's owner lived during a time of dramatic climate shifts across Europe, suggesting these early humans possessed remarkable adaptability. Number 8. The Google Earth Revolution in Paleoanthropology. Technology designed for modern navigation unexpectedly revolutionized our search for ancient ancestors when paleoanthropologist Dr. Lee Berger turned to Google Earth to locate potential fossil sites. This digital approach identified distinctive, cave formations near Johannesburg, South Africa, that satellite imagery revealed might contain fossil deposits. This unconventional method led to the discovery of previously unknown cave systems at Malapa, resulting in the identification of Australopithecus sediba, a hominin species dating back 2 million years that combines primitive and advanced features in unprecedented ways. The discovery demonstrates how modern technology can transform traditional scientific fields, allowing researchers to efficiently narrow search parameters before expensive fieldwork begins. What makes this approach revolutionary isn't just cost, efficiency, but its ability to identify sites that might be overlooked by conventional ground surveys. The South African landscape contains thousands of potential fossil locations that would take centuries to investigate through traditional methods. Number 7. Lucy, the grandmother of humanity. In 1974, the arid Ethiopian landscape yielded perhaps the most famous human ancestor ever discovered, a small partial skeleton that researchers affectionately named Lucy. This Australopithecus afarensis specimen, dating back 3.2 million years, represents 47 of the 207 bones in a complete skeleton and fundamentally transformed our understanding of human origins. Lucy's significance extends far beyond her remarkable preservation. She provided the first conclusive evidence that upright walking evolved long before large brain size in human evolution. Standing barely 3.5 feet tall with a brain roughly the size of a chimpanzee's, Lucy could nonetheless walk bipedally across the African landscape, though her curved fingers and certain anatomical features suggested she still spent significant time in trees. This combination of traits revealed something profound. Bipedalism wasn't necessarily driven by intelligence, but likely emerged as an adaptation to changing environments as forests gave way to savannas. Lucy's species existed for nearly 700,000 years, proving remarkably successful despite their small stature and brain size. Number 6. The island dwarf that defied evolutionary rules. When researchers announced the discovery of Homo floresiensis in 2004, their claims seemed almost unbelievable. Found on the Indonesian island of Flores, this tiny hominin stood just over 3 feet tall with a brain size of approximately 380 cubic centimeters, smaller than a chimpanzee's. Most astoundingly, these hobbits survived until roughly 50,000 years ago, meaning they potentially encountered modern humans. This discovery fundamentally challenged a central principle of evolutionary biology, that brain size in human lineages increases over time rather than decreases. Two competing theories emerged to explain this anomaly. The first suggested these individuals suffered from microcephaly or other pathological conditions, making them diseased outliers rather than representatives of a distinct species. The second, now widely accepted, introduced the concept of insular dwarfism to human evolution, the phenomenon where species isolated on islands evolve smaller sizes due to limited resources and absence of predators. Number 5. The red deer. Cave people. In 2012, a collection of fossils from China's Red Deer Cave created scientific controversy that remains unresolved. Dating to just 11,500 years ago, a time when only modern humans were thought to exist, these remains exhibited an unsettling mixture of ancient and modern features that defied easy classification, with prominent brow ridges, thick skull, bones, flat faces, broad noses, and jutting jaws. They resembled much older human species, yet they lived alongside fully modern humans in southern China. Initial studies suggested they represented either the youngest known population of a pre-modern human species or a highly distinct regional population of Homo sapiens that retained primitive features. Either interpretation proves revolutionary, challenging either our timeline of human species survival or our understanding of Homo sapiens' anatomical diversity. The Red Deer Cave people used sophisticated tools and controlled fire, demonstrating advanced behavioral capabilities despite their archaic-looking features. Number 4. The mystery of Homo naledi's. Deep in South Africa's Rising Star Cave system lies perhaps the most perplexing human relative ever discovered. Homo naledi combines a bizarre mixture of features: a orange-sized brain similar to Australopithecines, curved fingers suited for climbing, and legs and feet nearly identical to modern humans. But what truly shocked scientists wasn't the anatomy, but the behavior these discoveries suggested. The fossils were found in an extraordinarily difficult-to-access chamber requiring passage through a 7-inch wide chute, with no evidence of predator activity, water transport, or accidental falls. The inescapable conclusion stunned researchers. This small-brained species deliberately disposed of their dead in this remote chamber, a behavior previously associated only with much larger-brained humans. This discovery shattered the assumed connection between brain size and complex behavior. Number 3. The Denisovan girl from a single fingertip. In 2010, scientists announced what seemed impossible. They had sequenced the complete genome of an unknown human species from a fragment of a child's pinky finger bone found in Siberia's Denisova cave. This technological miracle resulted in the identification of the Denisovans, a human species known almost entirely from their DNA rather than their physical remains. The genetic analysis revealed something astonishing. This girl, who lived approximately 41,000 years ago, belonged to a population as genetically distinct from modern humans as Neanderthals, representing an entirely separate branch of humanity that had evolved in isolation for hundreds of thousands of years. The discovery was made possible by revolutionary advances in ancient DNA extraction and analysis, where contamination had previously made such genetic studies impossible. Number 2. Homo erectus, the first global humans. Long before our species existed, Homo erectus had already accomplished something remarkable, becoming the first human species to expand beyond Africa, colonizing territories from Spain to Indonesia. First discovered in Java in 1891, these hominins have since been found across 3 continents, proving they mastered diverse environments from African savannas to Asian jungles and European plains. Their evolutionary innovations transformed what it meant to be human. They were the first to control fire, develop advanced stone tool technologies called Acheulean hand axes, and potentially the first to hunt in coordinated groups. Recent discoveries have completely revised our understanding of this pivotal species. New dating techniques applied to Indonesian fossils revealed Homo erectus survived there until approximately 108,000 years ago, far more recently than previously thought, suggesting they coexisted with multiple other human species, including early Homo sapiens. Number 1. The unexpected survival of Homo heidelbergensis. Once considered a straight-line ancestor to both Neanderthals and modern humans, recent discoveries have transformed our understanding of Homo heidelbergensis. This species, first identified from a jaw found near Heidelberg, Germany in 1907, combined massive brow ridges and robust bones with a brain size approaching modern humans. New discoveries across Africa and Europe have revealed something unexpected. Rather than being replaced by more advanced species, Heidelbergensis populations survived in pockets across Africa much longer than previously thought, potentially until as recently as 200,000 years ago. This creates a complex picture where multiple human species coexisted across Africa, including early Homo sapiens. The implications are revolutionary for understanding human origins. Rather than evolving from a single predecessor population, early Homo sapiens likely emerged through complex interactions between diverse Heidelbergensis populations across Africa, with gene flow between groups rather than simple replacement. Now, I have a special recommendation for you. Are you seeing this video that is appearing on the screen? Click on it because I'm sure you'll like it. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.